Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Chizzle back with another video. And in today's video, as y'all can see by the title, we got another crazy video. It says Kobe Bryant is Myles Garret. Let's just get into it. And I can see it by the smile. Like the smile, the teeth, that's the same. Wait, let's get into it.
Today's video is going to be about Kobe Bryant because he is now playing the role of Myles Garret. And I understand this might be hard for a lot of people to believe, but just keep an open mind when you watch my videos and be sure to do your own research. You know, there was a lot of fake stuff with Kobe's death. You know, it was very suspicious. Like, why was there no black box in the helicopter? And then there was no remains of the bodies at all. It's weird that a bunch of people died in that helicopter crash, but yet there was no evidence of it whatsoever. You know, we never saw his body or anything. So before I get into this video, be sure to drop a like and share because they're really trying to hide my videos, and I really want this video to get out there because a lot of people need to wake up to this, you know what I mean? Like,
man, it's like, is Kobe Bryant even Kobe Bryant? Like, is somebody playing the role of Kobe Bryant, or is Kobe Bryant Kobe Bryant? And how do they fake that? Like, how do you fake a helicopter crash? Like, what? Like, did they just get a helicopter and self-drove it and then just drove it right into the ground so it can crash? So if that's the case, Gigi should be alive still.
a lot of people were sad when he died, and just to find out that he's not even dead, you know what I mean? So people are getting sad over something that's not even real, and I'm just trying to wake people up to that. So this picture right here is very convincing. You know,
Yes.
shout out to Cam B. He was
Like that smile. It's the smile.
the first one to make a video about this, and I saw it right away, to be honest. But this is why I tell you guys to do your own research, because some people might see it right away, but for some other people it might take a little bit longer. So be sure to do your own research and watch this video with an open mind. So if you pay attention, they have the same smile. So something that might be confusing for a lot of people is the fact that Myles Garret has a bigger body compared to Kobe Bryant.
He said they can use bodysuits.
You know, of course they're going to do something to try to throw us off. But when you zoom in, you could tell that his body is fake because he has two different skin tones right here. And if you want to know how they make the bodysuits, go watch my Juice WRLD is Lucky video. In that video, I showed how they make the bodysuits. You know, they do it in movies all the time.
So if that's the case, Kobe Bryant is like 42 years old playing football in the NFL. How? And was Myles Garret even a real person? Like, when did he get into the league? Because was Kobe Bryant playing him the whole time, or did they take his role?
So some people might not believe this because Myles Garret is way younger than Kobe. But look at this headline. It says Myles Garret looks like a grown man. So isn't that funny that there's an article that says that he looks like a grown man? And when you look at the picture, you can tell that he's a grown man. This is clearly not a high school kid. He looks way older than the high school kids right here. Right here it says photo of Myles Garret in high school is insane. While he stands out even amongst his peers in the NFL level, the difference was even more pronounced when he was younger. Check out this absurd photo from while he was in high school. Garret looks like a superhero compared to his teammates. The thought of typical high school football players trying to stop Garret is simply unfair. To me, it's obvious that his body is fake. Especially right here. Look at the different skin tones. You know, why is he lighter right here than on his neck? Because in this picture, it's not really like that. And right here, you could tell that his body is super fake.
Yeah,
and it's not
that
a
is a little bit
coincidence that he
suspicious.
turns off the comments on this picture because he knows that a lot of people were going to comment about that. So a funny coincidence is that when I typed in Myles Garret, a video of Kobe Bryant popped up in the related section. So even YouTube's algorithm knows that Kobe Bryant and Myles Garret are very similar. So this headline says, remembering Kobe Bryant's unusual passion for football. And as we know, Myles Garret is a football player. And then right here it says, Kobe Bryant was a lifelong Eagles fan and remained so even after several teams moved to LA. He loved representing the Eagles and had a legendary reaction to his team winning the Super Bowl. So that's a funny coincidence that he's a big football fan because Myles Garret is a football player. And now I'm going to show you guys a video from Kobe's wife's Instagram. And they're playing football in the video.
Hold on, yeah. Speaking of his wife, does his wife know he's still alive, if he is alive? Like, is his wife playing in this too? Or does she really think that he's dead? Because if so, that's kind of messed up. Like, I think she knows. I don't think, like, Kobe, I don't think he would do that. Just leave his wife in the dust. That's kind of messed up.
Come on, Lisa. Okay. Come on, Nani. All right. So, come on. Let's go, QB la. So I'm about to run danger. When I say hut, get that motherfucking ball and you run.
Got that, Coco?
Danger, hut.
So that was all the football references that I found related to Kobe. So now I'm going to show you guys all the basketball references that I found related to Myles Garret. Because for some reason, Myles Garret is a very good basketball player.
And he has a similar shot to Kobe too. Like that. The upper base is very similar. That's Kobe. Now he's not doing like all the crazy dunks he used to do because he's like 42 now, but he still got some hops, those good dunks.
And then somebody in the comments said he looks like a buff Kobe, and then he actually replied to it and he said, "You guys kill me with this conspiracy." So why would he even respond to it, you know what I mean? So here's another video of Myles Garret playing basketball. You know, isn't it funny that he's very good at basketball, just like Kobe, and he looks exactly like Kobe. And I recommend you guys go check out this video.
And what he just did when he got off the rim and did this, Kobe always used to do this after he used to get like a good dunk.
Like Kobe, and he looks exactly like Kobe. And I recommend you guys go check out this video. I had to mute the sound because there's a copyrighted song on it. But if you guys want to go watch this video, the link to my Instagram is in the description below. I recommend you guys check it out because in the song, he's saying, "You is a lie." And the song that's playing in the background is called Prices from the Eternal Take album. And in that same album, there's another song called Kobe Bean Bryant. For some reason, he has a lot of pictures in a basketball court. You know, right here, he's at an NBA game. And then right here, he's playing a basketball game.
Oh, get there! Give me that! Oh, I'm here. That's in. That's money.
That's D.
That's money.
That's D.
Let's go, Sean. Let's go. Ooh.
Give me that shit.
What was that?
Give me that shit.
What was that? No way, bro. That's half court.
What's good?
I'm sick, bro. Oh, yeah. That's to the rack. No, get there.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hey,
Block it.
for the game.
Oh.
Let's go. That's a floater. TP. Hell no.
So not only does Myles Garret play a lot of basketball, but he talks about the NBA so much. You know, why is he talking about the NBA? Like, you're supposed to be a football player. You know, it's so obvious that he's Kobe, but right here it says KD broke the league. he took the easy way out. Me, I'm too competitive to try and ride out somebody's coattails to get a W. And then here's an interview of Myles Garret, and he only talked about basketball once in this video, but for some reason they decided to put that as the title. I don't think that was a coincidence. So here's the video where he talks about basketball.
I can't imagine what happens here.
Everybody loves football in Texas. I mean, you can play basketball. There's a lot of good basketball players that come out of Texas, come out of the South, but there's nothing like, football down in Texas. I mean, that's the biggest draw. And you go down to almost any stadium, any field, and you have packed crowds at high school football games. You have little league, coaches.
He kind of sounds like Kobe, but with a deeper voice, like more bass.
Talking about you come through here, you can be a star anywhere, and that's growing up 7, 8, 9 years old, and they're putting that dream in their heads that quickly at that young of an age, because they know that's where ball players are made.
At what age were you identified? Did somebody first tell you can do this if you want to?
Oh, like 17.
17.
I played basketball for most of my life. I tried football one time. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I really want to know if Myles Garret is a real person. It's like, if not, when did they make his character up, and when did Kobe start playing him? Because there's probably not even real photos of him in a middle school, elementary school. There's probably photos of him in a high school, because that's when his character started to get played. If that's true.
I wanted to play running back, and they were like, I'm sorry, you're too big. Put me on O-line. I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
And then in this next video, he does a funny reaction, and he looks just like Kobe.
Me, I was coming back from dinner, and I was actually on the road to go to my house, take 2 turns. I'm there, and I'm driving. I hear on the radio,
he's probably lying right here. This could be a whole fake story.
Browns have traded for Odell Beckham. Stopped the car, pulled into a parking lot. I was like, okay, the radio get lies sometimes, so let me check Twitter, because that's the most reliable source. The internet never lies.
All facts on Twitter, Myles.
So I heard it for 3 or 4 sources, and we talked about in the group message for D-line. I was like, well, we made it happen. It's just, we're really trending upwards. We're really fine-tuning this offense to be something special. And we're going to be something special on defense, with all the guys we got packed in there. So it's looking like a hell of a year.
So in this next video, he talks about his dog, and he also talks about playing the role of a dad.
Real treat here on the program to bring
playing the role of a dad. So wait, hold on. So are those even Kobe's kids? Like, if he's playing the role of a dad, those probably aren't even his real kids. If he is playing the role.
And the great Myles.
The role of a dad.
Real treat here on the program to bring in the great Myles Garret. It's been a while. We haven't had you on in a while. It's great to have you, sir. Thank you for taking the time. What's your off season been like? What has these past couple of months been since last we saw you on the football field?
It's been interesting. Taking a couple of vacation trips. Went to Miami, went to the Bahamas, got a puppy. Just been trying to take care of him, keeping him from pooping in my house, and I've just been playing the dad role.
So it's funny that he says he's playing the role of a dad because Kobe Bryant is a dad. And in that video, he says that he doesn't like when his dog poops in his house. And Kobe said a similar thing. He says, I have 4 dogs and I just don't do dog do. I'm a diva when it comes to that. So he's basically saying that he doesn't like dog doo-doo. And it's funny because he says he has 4 dogs, right? Myles Garret also has a lot of dogs. Another weird thing is that a rapper called 6 Dogs died today on the anniversary of Kobe's death. And I don't know if that relates to anything, but Kobe said he has 4 dogs. So I don't know. But it's just funny that Myles Garret and Kobe both have dogs, and their dogs look very similar too.
Huh. For all we know, their dogs could be playing a role. Their dogs could be wearing a mask, for all we know. Or his dog is the same person.
All right, so Kobe retired from basketball in 2016, right?
Wow, it's been 5 years. That's crazy. It has. I remember 2K17 came out. That was when he retired. Or he had already retired when NBA 2K17 came out. 2K16 was his last year. I remember I used to play with Kobe all the time in 16.
So isn't it funny that Myles Garret started the NFL in 2017?
So that's the dude that's the dude who hit that dude in the head with the helmet. Oh, I knew it was him because that sounded very familiar. Myles Garret. I only know him for hitting him in the head with a helmet.
You know, the timeline adds up perfect on this one. So now let's compare it to Kobe's voice.
Oh, so 2017 was when Myles Garret came in the NFL, and that's right after Kobe had retired. About a year after Kobe had retired. Okay.
There's a behavior that I like that comes with reading, particularly books. You have a book in your hand, you start at page 1, and you go through the process of finishing a book. It does something to the imagination.
Yeah, it's like they have a very similar voice. Myles Garrett's voice is just like a little bit more deeper. Just a little bit, but like the way they speak and they say their words is very similar.
It gets them thinking.
They sound exactly the same.
For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. We can make the best or the worst of it.
Yes, bro. It's like Kobe's trying to change his voice a little bit, but even if you change your voice, you still kind of sound the same a little bit. Yeah, they both have a deep voice. Myles Garrett's voice is a little bit more deeper, but they sound the same. The way they say their words, everything sounds about the same.
I promise you, I'm going to make the best of it. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. Living and learning, being accountable. Focus on what matters and what's important. Growing stronger, getting better, and treating every second as if it's a gift.
So if that's the case, hold on. Is Gigi, Kobe Bryant's daughter, playing the role as somebody else? Because if everybody on that plane is still alive, like where's Gigi? Like, where's she at?
So now I'm going to show more evidence that Kobe's death was fake. So Kobe Bryant equals 41, and death hoax also equals 41.
And he also died at 41, I think. It was like 40 or 41.
And death hoax basically means fake death. So not only do they both equal 41 in the same cipher, but they both equal 157 in the same cipher. So this video is a cartoon that actually predicted Kobe Bryant's death in a
I saw that one
crash.
before.
And I had to take off the sound because they're copywriting a lot of people for this video. And now I understand why, because this video exposed a lot of stuff. So if you guys want to go watch this video, go to my Instagram. The link is in the description below. You could say that this is just a coincidence because this cartoon came out in 2015. Alright, so in case you guys didn't know, last year Myles Garret went viral for hitting some guy with his helmet, or I guess he took off his helmet when he tackled him or whatever. And if you pay attention to this picture right here, there's a lot of symbolic things. So first of all, the guy that he tackled, his name is Mason, right? And that's funny because Kobe sums up to 33, just like masonry. So it's funny that the guy that Myles Garret tackles and takes off his helmet, his name is Mason. And then the only number that you see in this picture is 66. Just like how Kobe equals 33 and masonry is 33. 33 plus 33 is 66. And then another coincidence that I noticed is that Kobe has this poem called Dear Basketball, right? So isn't it funny that Myles Garret is also a poet? He has like 4 poems that he wrote. So that's just a funny similarity that I noticed. And when you go to his Instagram, he has a picture of flowers, right? And pay attention to the colors of these flowers. So this picture is purple flowers, and this one is yellow flowers. So isn't that a funny coincidence, because those are the Lakers colors, you know what I mean?
Whoa.
So out of all the colors he decided to take a picture of, he chose purple and yellow, just like the Lakers colors. And you could tell that Myles Garret has a mask if you zoom in on his eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't have the little... Bro, what is this? Yeah, he doesn't have that little pink dot at the corner of his eyes. Like, you cannot really see it. You see another layer of skin, kind of like. You can barely see that pink dot.
He has a mask if you zoom in on his eyes. They have the exact same smile. That's what...
Yeah, very... Like, the eyes, too.
...convinced my mom, because my mom has no idea about any of these celebrities playing a role. And I showed her this picture when Kobe died. And I was like, who does this look like to you? And she said, that's Kobe. And she has...
Yes, bro, that does. If I look at, like, right here between his eyebrows, this little skin right here, and the forehead, that does look like Kobe. And the smile 100% looks like Kobe. The eyes looks like Kobe.
No idea about any of this, you know what I mean? Like, I never told her about this. So I just think it's funny that even my mom noticed from this picture that this was Kobe. She said they have the same smile. So now to finish off the video, I'm going to show you guys all the tweets that I found. So this guy said, still important to point out how much Myles Garret looks like Kobe Bryant.
Exactly, the eyes did not change at all, so they have the same eyes. In this part right here, you see how right here is like yellow, or it's like a different shade? Just like on Myles Garret, this part between his eyebrows is a different shade than the other part of his face.
And they look exactly the same right here. They even have the same teeth, if you notice.
Yes, they do have the same teeth.
This guy said Myles Garret looks a little like Kobe Bryant when he was 23. And then when Kobe died, Myles Garret posted this video and he said his legacy was not only left in his family but in their hearts and minds of all of us who were blessed to be able to watch him grow as a man. And then this guy said Kobe is not dead, he's playing Myles Garret for Cleveland. Myles has been looking like Kobe lately. Does Myles Garret look like Kobe Bryant? Good looking guy, Myles Garret looks a little like Kobe. This guy said kinda looks like Kobe Bryant. Myles Garret looks like Kobe with muscles. So it's a lot of people, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just scroll through all of these because there's so many. And then this guy said he was wearing your jersey too, Kobe, I mean Myles Garret. This guy said I see Myles Garret in Kobe Bryant. Myles Garret looks like a swollen Kobe Bryant. So there's a lot of these. I'm just gonna scroll through real quick. And Myles Garret said, is this Kobe news true? So even he was questioning the Kobe news that we got. Then somebody said Myles Garret looks like Kobe Bryant on steroids. Myles Garret low-key looks like Kobe.
So if Myles Garret did not make it to the NFL until 2017, for you to make it to the NFL, you obviously have to play high school. Well, not play for a high school team, but go to high school. So if that's the case, Kobe has been playing Myles Garret for a while then. Because you can't just out of nowhere, just out of the blue, be in the NFL. Like, you have to go to high school, have scouts come look at you. So if that's the case, this has been going on for a few years. Since before he retired then. Or somebody else was probably playing him.
So it's a lot of tweets that I found. And then somebody posted these pictures. This guy said Myles Garret looks like Kobe. So there was so many tweets, I couldn't even go through all of them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. And thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm out.
Man, oh man, that's crazy.
Garret looked like Kobe.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, he could be Kobe. The smile is the same. The eyes are the same. A lot of things are the same. But y'all comment down below if y'all are able to. What y'all think. Thanks for watching. This was a crazy video. Like, comment, subscribe. Go watch my previous videos. It should be on the screen right here above me. Kids, people in general, don't do drugs.